All right, so show that the add new classification and add vehicle views have valid HTML and CSS. So this is the add classification views with the errors out, and begin by checking out the CSS. Since the CSS is the same for all pages, so that's valid, and I don't have to check that again. For the HTML for this page, shows that there are no errors, and now I would do the resizing. Okay, so this is the mobile view, and you can rotate this, and yeah. So for this page, which is the add vehicle page, I'm going to refresh this, and we have to check the HTML. Errors. Now we have to resize it. Okay, and this is what we have, and that's that. Show the new function in the functions.php file. Show how it is creating the navigation. Okay, library functions.php. So this is the function create nav list, and it's basically the same as the code we had creating the navigation before, and then it returns the HTML mockup that it has created. Show that all controllers use the new function to generate navigation. Okay, so the first controller is the PHP Motors controller, which is this. No, which is this one. Yeah, so this is the PHP Motors controller. Let me collapse this. Yeah, this is the PHP Motors controller, and then we have the nav list equals create nav lists, and it passes in the array, and that's it. That's where the navigation is being built. The next controller is the account controller. Oh no, sorry, vehicles. No, sorry, I'm in the wrong file. Yeah, vehicles. So yeah, this is it here. The same, build navigation, and lastly the account controller. This is it here. Okay. Show all of the views created so far that the navigation works using the new navigation construction. Okay, all of the views so far. So this is home. I'm going to refresh, and this is the navigation. I'm going to go to my account, and this is navigation. I'm going to go to sign up, and this is navigation, and now I'm going to go to vehicles, and you can see the navigation. And if I click on add vehicle, you can see the navigation. If I go back and click on add a vehicle, sorry, you can see the navigation. Show that the server-side validation works for the new classification and new vehicle fonts using the no validate bookmarklet. Okay, server-side. So I'm going to start with new classification. Okay, so I'm just going to go back and click on add vehicle classification, and I'm going to click no validate and add. So you can see a blank field did not go through. Right, I'm going to type over 30 characters. Oh, it's not letting me type more than that. Let me see. Okay, let me see if I can make that go away. Okay, so I've typed well over 30 characters, and I would click no validate and add. and yeah, I didn't go through. So now I have, yeah, I'm sure now if I had a new one, it's going to work. Electric. Okay, I have electric already. So let me just try van. Yeah. No validate, I think. Yeah, we can see van here. And now let's go to add a vehicle and server side. I clicked no validate and I said add new vehicle. And you can see oh, okay, let's see. Yeah. And then if I was to click on classic and set this one, more validate, go on. Classic is still selected. If I was to click on SUV and put 2025, no validate, SUV is still selected. And let's just set a description. This is just another fast car, and this is the image. So no validate, add, you can see. Then for the image, I'm just gonna paste this in. 12.99 for price and one in stock, and no validate, add vehicle, and we can see it's all here, and the color is red, but I didn't fill the stock. For example, add vehicle, and you can see it came back. Okay, so show the client side HTML to make all required inputs to be required in the add new classification and add new vehicle form. So add new classification. So I'm just gonna close all this. And this is the add vehicle form, and here you can see the first one is required. Required. Everything is required. And same for the add classification. Required. Okay. And then show the data types that have been added to all filter input actions in the vehicle's controller. The data types that have been added to all input actions vehicle controller. This is the vehicle controller. In the action, show that data types have been added to all filter input. Okay, filter input. There's the data type for the classification name, and for the add vehicle, these are the data types. Filter. This is for the price, and for the, yeah, that's it. So these are the data types, and it says show that each controller it says show that each controller account vehicle main has filter input action for the action input. So this is a filter input action for the action input in the vehicle's controller. This is it for the account controller, and this is it for the PHP Motors controller. It says show that the add vehicle form element as sticky when an incorrect submission is sent to the server and return correction. Okay, so I did that already, and yes, that's it.